able to...
Again, start.
Hi, my name is Tracy Loth, and I'm the host of the event, being a resident of Greenstone. And I'd like to welcome all of you here today. The first thing I'd like to do is thank all of the wonderful artists for coming out today. They did a fabulous job. Can we get a round of applause for them? So we've had beautiful weather, right, the last couple of weeks, and today it rains. And they all showed up, which is wonderful. Plein air artists were used to painting out in the elements. Snow, rain, wind. I've even painted in a hurricane before. So, well, it was a great surf to paint. So, anyway, so we're really happy to have us here today. How many are residents here? Oh, we have some, wonderful, we're happy to have you. And can I see a show of hands of the artists that are in today's show? Look around, here's your artist, folks. Isn't this wonderful? Okay, so the first person I'd like to thank is holding the camera, Linnell. Linnell is our esteemed president of the Placerville Arts Association, and she works harder than any person I know as a volunteer, of course, putting together all kinds of art events. We're having an art tour coming up in a couple of months here in Greenstone, and I hope that you will visit. I know Randy Honorlaw up at Prairie Loop and Stagecoach, so he has his artist studio up there, and he'll have a number of artists there, so I hope that you visit it, and also go and visit the other artists in the area as well. Another person I'd like to thank is Jerry, our chairperson for the first annual Plein air competition. Thank you, Jerry, for everything you did. Can we get She has worked diligently pulling this together with absolutely no blueprint for having done one before. So I think it's absolutely fantastic. Wouldn't you all agree? Yeah. And then now I'd like to thank and welcome our judge, Patris. Patris is, she's a wonderful artist. You want to give us a little bit of your background here? You have a studio down in Sacramento.
Do you want me to speak?
Yeah, well, just... Yeah, introduce yourself.
Okay, hi everybody, I'm Patris. I do have a studio and art gallery downtown, near downtown, and I host weekly figure drawing. We do artist workshops, try to do my own work in there, and I love landscape painting.
And by downtown, you mean Sacramento, right?
Downtown Sacramento.
Because we call Main Street downtown, too.
Right.
So I am in Oak Park, a suburb of Sacramento.
Okay.
Patris also does art instruction at the Crocker Museum. This is a very
Renowned.
artist.
Yeah, very notable. And we're happy
We're very
to have
lucky
you.
to have her today.
Thank you, it's an honor to be here.
So let's go into our awards here. So we're going to start with our honorable mentions. So our first honorable mention is number 4 over here. Patris, you want to tell us about this?
Number 4. Okay.
4 would be on the wall to the left. Oh, right here. Okay,
Right here.
got it.
So number
Got
4,
it.
the artist is Liz.
Liz. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And let's pronounce Liz's last name.
D'Amelio.
For the record, the
Or
permanent record.
anything.
There we are. Thank you very much.
So I love how Liz captured the depth and distance in this piece, creating also a strong focal point with the buildings in the back, which are actually very exquisitely drawn. It's very exciting to see the next generation of artists coming on the scene with such strong painting skills already. I really appreciate the composition that she chose, a vertical to really illustrate the grandeur of that tree, and there's a very strong use of value, subtle value in there to capture that rainy day feeling, but yet holding those shapes so distinctly so that it holds together as a whole composition in there. And it's got a really nice soft quality that we saw today with those atmospheric conditions that we were all out there in. So really well done, and yeah, congratulations, Alyssa. And we look
All right, second place goes to Stephen Walters. Stephen? Stephen, please step up. Go ahead and step up into there.
So love this piece. I love the, and I know Stephen, you're a great watercolorist, but just really nice use of the technique of watercolor, being able to use it to its fullest fullest potential. Yeah, there's just really, I mean, you're a master at the watercolor technique itself, and just employing several different techniques within this piece. Also, it's a fun piece to look at, and your eye wanders around through the whole composition by the way you've composed the different elements in your watercolor piece here. Some nice color. Even though it's hard to paint in the rain because it's so gray, it can be so gray out there and everything sort of looks drab, but you were able to really pull out some nice color notes and make it feel like the rain, but also bring in those colors that make it such a rich piece there.
Now, first place, Trina Craig. Trina.
Oh, Trina. So there's Trina. And I do have to say, this was really challenging because there are so many great pieces in here. And if I could have given an award to everyone, I would have. But I was a little limited, and this was really challenging. So it was not easy to narrow these down. But I really, really love your values in this. It's soft, but it's bold. You've got darks and lights. You've got a full range of value in there. Your brushwork is exquisite with the thick whites, and you've got the real thin paint in the background. So technically, it's very well done in there. And then just using line and direction in here with the different elements to guide the viewer's eye through the piece. And soft edges, like some nice use of soft edge. And then also I can see you used your brushwork to also help convey form as well. And then just a little bit of that complementary color again to break up all that green is it's really well done. And it really reads foreground, midground, and background, and capturing those atmospheric conditions that we were dealing with today in our painting. I think it captures the day and the elements that we were painting in very, very exquisitely. So congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hard. This was very hard. So a lot of great talent, and thank you everyone for being here. This was such an honor, and it's just such a thrill to see what we can do in one day.
In the rain.
In the rain, yeah. That's what artists are, yeah, die hard.
So for those of you who are unfamiliar with plein air painting, it is done out in the open, in the plein air, and it's done very fast. And so the mediums can be really challenging, especially watercolor on a rainy day can be really challenging. They checked in this morning at 9 o'clock, some as late as 10 o'clock, and we're back in here at 3:30 with these completed paintings. So this is something to be really, really grateful for these artists to come out and do this for us. It's been wonderful, so thank you so much. Oh, okay. So, like I said, the works are all for sale, so if anyone is interested in any of them, please come and see Linnell in the back table here, and tell your neighbors and tell your friends. And thank you for coming out. We'll be here for a little while, still another half hour. Enjoy. Please have some wine and have some food and enjoy the art. Thank you.